style and I need my change. DMV, I'm a year. Legging with my fears. Rapping, but I'm quiet when I'm near. Always plotting on the bitches and I'm plotting on my fears. We don't need no checks from the boys. We just need respect from the boys. We don't wanna fall in love by the force. So I just get the little re-drilling with the boys, yeah.
I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Broncos coming in at 7-2, going up against the Bengals, who come in at 5-4.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. First and 10. Here's Kaepernick. A dump off to Anderson. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On third and long, it's Kaepernick. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. In his fifth year from UCLA, here's Jeff Locke to kick it away. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So we have now seen connection number one between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I'll bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my #1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Dalton here from the gun. Trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He goes underneath for Anderson. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second down following the run. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long.
Let's go.
To throw is Kaepernick. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Returning it, John Ross. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2. Goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Dalton throwing on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So Dalton now. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Denver getting set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense.
Let's go!
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now Dalton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. To throw here, Dalton. And the grab by Croft. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Here's Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And it'll be Dalton again. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Second down now after the pass completion. Another chance for Dalton. A swing pass caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, Dalton. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Being chased out left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jared Crick, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Kaepernick now on first down. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Kaepernick throwing the out route incomplete. It's Anderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
As aggressive as Cincinnati is on defense, I was surprised that they only had 33 sacks last season.
Yeah, bottom half of the NFL.
I think that helped contribute to them not making the playoffs. Remember, they had a nice little run going. That's the first time they missed in the last 6.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jared Craig in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, here's Bernard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. A dump off to Anderson. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, what, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it? And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From midfield here, Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw on second down, Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Lamar, Brendan Langley. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
This one taken just inside the 10. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Passing, it's Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Dalton here from the gun. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jared Crick in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton now to pass. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go!
They start the drive with Anderson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
A play fake to Anderson. Now Kaepernick. Buying time to his left. And some room to roam now. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he's got some space. C.J. Anderson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Here's Dalton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Dalton. And able to find Green. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Desmond Bryant coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Switch! Ohio! 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 Come on! Mike 55! Eat! Ohio!
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. That goes for a gain of 31.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. Screen play, Anderson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On second down, Anderson. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First and 10. Here's Kaepernick. He goes underneath for Anderson. 12 more yards there and another first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Kaepernick now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First and 10 for Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Domata in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Second down, Dalton. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Ten yards still left on second down. Throwing again. Dalton. Curley's got it complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jeremy Curley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
First down, Kaepernick. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Geno Atkins in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. Steps away to his left. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. 10th carry now for Anderson. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Broncos on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Now he'll escape to his right. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super toe.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw, Kaepernick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Here we go.
3rd down now. It's C.J. Anderson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to make it a 3-score game late. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. They'll run. This is Bernard. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Green with a catch left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here we go. What? Ohio. 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 Ohio.
They'll try again on second down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. In the red zone this time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation. I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that. Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. To throw here, Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it? Able to dump it over the top to him. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now a play fake here on first down. Underneath, this is Bernard. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. This will be Dalton again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Todd Davis. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Kaepernick looking to throw. And that's incomplete. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning. It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They give it to Anderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Broncos on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. In motion left here, Sanders. On third down, that's Anderson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. The Chargers have now taken a late lead. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. To throw again, Dalton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a give running left with Anderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by George Iloka. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. And it was the Chargers who were able to take home the victory in that one. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very solid gain of 27. First down now, but that clock rolling. Dalton, 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jared Crick in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. LaFell, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And over the middle, it's LaFell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. It's do or die for Dalton. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.